I'm here. I am here. And after watching The Boys, I just knew that I had to go back to the slop content. Not only rank the seasons, I already did, but also rank the characters. Or at the very least, most of them. Okay, so you're not gonna see like, I don't know, like Ashley number 2 or Swado or anything. You're not gonna see those. You're only gonna see like those characters that you remember that they exist. That's who you're gonna see here. So yeah. Also, I don't think I have Golden Geisha in this now. No, I don't. Okay. That already shows how bad I am at this. Okay. You already know what this is. You've probably seen it a million times before, so I'll just explain the tiers, and we'll get straight into it. Absolute peak, top tier. This is the top tier of the characters. I might do like a top 3. Wait. You know what? I'll do it right now. There we go. Okay. So absolute peak is like, as it says, the peak of these characters. I'm talking written well, the vibes are good, they have a lot of aura, just stuff like that. You know, these are the characters that I like the most, and I do mean as characters, not as people. So, for example, if I was to put like Homelander in absolute peak, I'm not saying that that he's a good person or anything. I'm just saying I like his character. So, although let's be real, if we were to do this on a moral level, 95% of all of these characters are going to Dookie. I don't think that's I don't really think that's much of a discussion. So, but yeah, absolute peak, top tier, amazing. You're good. I like you. You're awesome. You're better than most. But you're not quite there in peak. There's something that still pulls you back from being absolute peak. Good or nice? Okay, you're good. I dig you. You're nothing special. You're not bad. You're good. You're good. Kinda mid. I feel a little bit indifferent about you. You can be a little bit underwhelming, a little bit overwhelming. You know, it's quite a range. And Dookie, you suck. You know what? No. I'm gonna add another one. I hate you, and you're gonna see who's gonna end up there. Dog not. Anyways, but let's start off with Butcher. Okay. Already starting off pretty intensely. Butcher is 100% going in my top 3 by far. Butcher is one of the main reasons I got into The Boys. His jokes, the accent. It was mainly the jokes and the accent that was like, oh my god. Also the pure unadulterated aura that he had. Chef's kiss. I always kept watching that first fight with Translucent, like back into like the early days of The Boys, and I was like, oh my god, who is this man? He's so cool. And when I watched it, he just got even better, and I just fell in love with him. Like, I don't know if it's a hot take or not, but I feel like Butcher stays consistently interesting and awesome throughout all of the seasons. Also, I do love the fact that he is the final villain of The Boys. I think it makes a lot of sense. And his ending, spoiler alert, I guess it's a little bit too late for that, huh? Well, it is too late. But, spoiler alert, he does die. And I think it was probably one of my favorite send-offs to like a I'll stick to just The Boys. My favorite send off of any character in The Boys. That was really well done. Okay. This next one, as you know, for the astute observers, you will notice that Black Noir 2 and 1 are here. People might be pissed at me for this, but I love the first Black Noir. Of course, he's not the most well-written character. He's not. He's just the silent, badass, like, assassin type. You know, Black Noir. You know, it's within itself a commentary and all that. But I love the OG Noir. I love him so much. He's quiet, but also like his backstory makes him out to be just a sweetheart. Like, of course, he's not. You know, he's in the 7, so you know. Plus, you could see in like his backstory that he had a bit of an ego too. But I don't know. It's just the fact he wanted to be like an actor and all that, which was kind of like Black Noir too. But you know, it was nice. Also, I'm being like having brain damage and like imagining all these cartoon like characters was really nice. I don't know. He was like a silly little goofy character, and his death absolutely destroyed me. It was very sad. I really wish they kept him going for longer. But you know what? While we're at it, let's do a Buster Beaver. I like Buster Beaver, but I feel like he has to go in good. I don't think I'd have a good conscience putting him further than good, because he doesn't do a lot. He's just there for Black Noir. Also, I'm not counting the other cartoon characters, because most of them, they don't really matter. The main one is Buster Beaver, so yeah, there he goes. Deep, listen, I'm gonna make one thing very clear. Like I already said earlier, most of these are bad people. And I do like some of them because of their characters. Like, for example, Soulja Boy, we'll get to him. Soulja Boy is a horrible guy, but I love him because of his character. I mean, he's just written well and everything. He's funny. I do not feel the same way about the Deep. Like, I know that there's a lot of memes like calling him like the peak and everything, and he does have his comedic moments, but I'm not saying he's like written like bad or anything. I actually think Chase Crawford crushes it as the Deep. It's just he's just a dumbass. He's just a dumbass, and he's such a like an irredeemable piece of shit. And unlike Homelander, where it's like the Deep is kind of interesting, but he's not on like a Homelander level. So it's just he's just annoying, and you know it's not quite. And I hate you. Also, I do love how he dies. I did kind of wish that he was eaten alive. I feel like it would have been a little bit made more sense, but it's fine. I do like that it was an octopus that killed him in the end, you know, Ambrosius and all that. Also, I do like how it was foreshadowed multiple times with the popcorn bucket. So, you know, that was nice. I love that. Other than that, I can't get past the Starlight shit and him just being so fucking annoying, like fucking fish and all that. Like, no, he stays there. Now, Homelander. In a sense, you really just have to put Homelander in absolute peak at least. He's not, and I think it's a hot take. I'm pretty sure it's a hot take. I don't necessarily watch The Boys for Homelander, although he is a big part. Because I do see that most people watch it because of Homelander. And I will say Anthony Starr is like one of my favorite comic book villains ever. Maybe second to like Heath Ledger's Joker, my bad. But or third. I don't know. Green Goblin from the Raimi movies too, but I don't know. I guess I always just found the boys as a group more interesting. Or at least, the peak of the boys members more than Homelander himself. Although I do think Homelander is probably like a... Ah, man, he's gotta be like a top 5 character in the show. But that's just how much I love these characters, that even a superb character like Homelander is not... I don't think he'd even... I don't think he cracks the top 3. I really don't think he does. But, and I just want to reiterate, Homelander's a piece of shit. But goddamn, there wouldn't be a show without this guy. It's just... Oh my god. It's just having such a pathetic person having the powers of, like, Superman. Of course not like Superman. Just Superman adjacent. And dying the way he did, which I thought was awesome. I don't know why people are, like, dogging on it. Because, like, I don't know, like he's a pussy or something like that. Although he always was a coward. I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but, it is what it is. So, yeah. Homelander definitely goes above Noir. And, yeah. Also, I failed to mention, the suits for, like, the 7 are actually pretty cool. I do and the only one I'm not too crazy on is, Maeve. But, I'm pretty sure it was also meant to, be kind of soulless. But I mentioned that because I love Noir's suit. It's, like, really simple, just tactical, like, black armor and all that, but I like it. And Homelander's suit, I think, is just perfect for Homelander as a character. So I just wanted to make a mention of that. And I've been yapping for quite a while, so we're going to have to speed this up. A-Train. Absolute peak. Absolute peak. Below Homelander. Just from the first time we saw him killing, like, speed blitzing Robin to the very end, wrapping up his character, going from a pretty irredeemable character, and he still is irredeemable, to, like, turning more into the heroic side of things, and then sacrificing. I guess, yeah, it was kind of a sacrifice. Like, sacrificing himself, not only to, like, save Huey, but to, like, buy them more time to, like, escape and all that, and, like, saving, like, the girl that was, like, on the street and everything. I love that. I thought it was so good. And, yeah, I miss my boy A-Train. He was so good. Maeve, I don't really know if this is gonna be a controversial thing, but I was never really that big of a fan of Maeve. Just, I don't know. Like, I do like, no. I'll put in good. I'll put in good, nice. Right, I do have to put her above Buster Beaver. That would be really unfair. But I do like that she's kind of like this beat down, just devoid of any hope. Like of course the Soups and the boys are, like, meant to be, like, mirrors to, like, celebrities and, like, politicians and all that, but I do like how worn down Maeve is, and still tries to keep, like, appearances and everything. And I do like her character arc, like her character arcs from season 1 to 3. But at the same time, it's like she just doesn't do a lot for me, if I'm being honest. I don't know. She just doesn't. But, yeah. I put, Maeve there. Frenchie, honestly. This is gonna be hard. Oh. Wait, let me check something. Okay. I think I can do this. No. You know what? Yeah. You know what? No, no. I'll put him below. Dang. This is hard. This is hard. Cause Frenchie, for the most part, has always been amazing, but season 4 kind of the whole like plot line with the guy that like he killed his family, but then he fell in love with him. That was kind of weird. Okay. This might be controversial, but I'm gonna put him above Homelander. I don't know if he makes into my top 3, unfortunately. Though he is one of my favorite characters in the show as a whole. Frenchie was just always a sweetheart ever since the very beginning. And I thought it was a really nice send-off in season 5. I thought that was like one of the highlights of the season as a whole. And his relationship with Kimiko, kind of like his redemption arc, kind of, from all the fucked up shit that he had done, like with the lamplighter stuff, and like, you know, him being an assassin and all that. I love Frenchie a lot. Frenchie has to be one of my favorite characters by far. Now, there is some stuff with the actor. I'm not gonna talk too much about it, because this is just, you know, this is with the characters themselves. And me, I like separating the art from the artist. So, plus I don't know too much about the drama with him and, like, you know, his real life shit. So, I'm putting all of that aside. Just Frenchie as a character. I love Frenchie. Starlight. Okay. I feel like I'm gonna be called sexist. I just have a feeling. And I'm scared, but Starlight. Okay, I have to move Noir. Yeah, I have to move Noir. I can't put Starlight below Noir. That would just be sacrilege. But I love Noir so much. No, never mind. I'll keep him there. I'll keep him there. I love Starlight a lot. Season 1, she was probably one of my favorite characters. Maybe top 3. She was awesome in season 1. Season 2, she was great. You know, I like how consistent, at least until like season 4-ish, she was like, you know, she was, of course, the light and the darkness, like in the show and all that. But I feel like season 5 kind of bumped her down a bit, because she just didn't have a lot to do. Like, her character was just kind of annoying and all that. And I don't know. If it wasn't for like season 5 and like a little bit of damage that she took in season 4, she would by far, honestly, in my opinion, be like a top 3 character. But season 5 and 4 did not do her a lot of favors. So, yeah. Now, Kimiko, on the other hand. Okay. I'll say this. The AI voice stuff, or whatever, the TikTok shit in season 5 did a lot of damage to Kimiko as a character. That being said, from season 1 to 4, I've always loved Kimiko. And I do like, you know, her getting her voice back and all that, you know, putting aside the TikTok stuff. But, I do, like I already mentioned with Frenchie, their dynamic is amazing. I like it. And I do like her ending. She's going off to, what was it? I think it was France. It was like a restaurant that Frenchie and Kimiko wanted to go to. I do think that was nice. So, I love Kimiko. Soldier Boy. Listen, man, I think it's the Jensen Ackles, like, super fan in me. It's just like, I love Jensen Ackles, and I love Soldier Boy, bro. He's probably one of the funniest characters in the show. and I love him. I love him. I love his suit, by the way. I love him. I love him. I love him. He's so badass most of the time too. Although he doesn't know how to fight that much and all that. But I love him. I love Soldier Boy so much. And I think to complete the top three, I'll put Huey. And I think I'm gonna put Huey above Soldier Boy. Huey was really, rarely in media do I love the main character so much that they're like one of my favorite characters of the show. And there are rare cases where that is the case. Like Invincible, I love Mark, and The Boys with Huey. He's not my favorite, but he is my second favorite. Huey is like, I feel like it isn't really a stretch to say that this show is mainly about Huey, and like his transformation with the seasons and his journey and all that. And I don't know, it's just like there were some seasons here and there where I was like, alright, Huey isn't as consistently good as he was in the others, but season 4 and the start of season 5. But I still really, really, really like Huey. I love how sweet he is. I love how he's the heart of the group. I love how he's Butcher's canary. What else? I love his dynamic with his dad. I love when he met his mom, how they made up and all that. I loved it all. And his relationship with Starlight. It was nice. It was nice. I loved it a lot. Now we've got MM. I will have to speed up. MM used to be my favorite, like period, like above Butcher, but now I just think he's probably one of my least favorite The Boys members, like members of like the main crew. So yeah. But I still love MM a lot. I love his arc with Soldier Boy and all that, and like overcoming that. Him helping Countess Crow, I think it was. Wait, she's somewhere over here. Yep, right here. I love that. I love his relationship with Monique. I love how he got a happy ending. He adopted Ryan, which circled back to a conversation that Butcher had with MM, which I loved that. Yeah. Firecracker. Okay, there's much of a right answer to this, but I'm gonna put her at the bottom of good. Now I do know. I know. You got no. Oh man. I'm trying to just, as a character, she's a pedo, bro. But that episode in season 5 fleshed her out so well. Oh man. I'll put her at the bottom of nice, but yeah, no, she's a diddler, bro. The only reason why she's not down there with the deep is because that one episode of like the 7 in season 5 was pretty good, low-key. Was pretty good. I really enjoyed that. But yeah, she's at the bottom of this tier, just to be clear. Sister Sage, okay. Top of good. Oh. Okay, there we go. Top of good. And I'll say this. She would have been... Oh. I'll take a look at that later. I'll say this. She would have been much higher if season 5 stuck the landing with her, but she just turned into one of the stupidest characters, ironically. And I, for the life of me, cannot put it past me. So yeah, she's gonna have to go down there for, for being the smartest person in the world. She was actually pretty stupid, and also the way she left, like what was it, like peace out or some shit? I was cringe as hell, so no. Okay, I don't know if there's a hot take or not for this next one, but I really do love Ryan a lot. So much. Man. Okay, I'm gonna move. Yep. So then I can do this. Yep. I did kind of think that Ryan would keep his powers, and then he'd be like the first ever, like, firstborn, like, superhero ever, but he got his powers taken away, so... But he is a normal kid now, and MM adopted him. But in terms of how I like his character, I like him a lot. And I do, for the most part, find them more interesting than characters like MM. That felt wrong to say, but yeah. Season 5, I know he's barely in it, but yeah, when he shows up, I think he's pretty good. Now, I feel like we're gonna start going rapid fire with some of these. Not because I'm speed running, but I'm just running out of things to say. And most of these characters, trust me, I don't have a lot to say about them. So, Father, bottom of good. He's interesting. I like his sonar powers. His death was pretty cool. Not much else. Stan Edgar. Top of amazing. I think he's really good. Of course, it's Giancarlo Esposito, so he's a peak character. He's really threatening, commanding. CEO of Vought and all that. I do like they took Vought back, and he's just releasing like all of these fucked up soups into the world, like letting them go. I like that, and for the most part, I think he's stayed consistently good for most of the show. So, yeah, and Gen V. So, yeah. Ashley. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna make an. No, never mind. I was gonna move Kimiko down, but no. Ashley. I'll put Ashley below Stan Edgar. Because from season 1 and 2, I never really cared about Ashley a lot. But season 3 onwards, I do start liking her more. So, yeah, piece of shit person, but season 5 was probably the highlight for me when it came to Ashley. So, yeah. Terror. I mean, come on, guys. There's only one right answer. There's only one right answer. Yeah. Just okay, moving on. Stormfront. Kinda mid. I like her as a villain, but she's a Nazi. And that's like her main thing. Well, at least after the reveal. Before she was... Well, but yeah, and as a love interest to Homelander, I guess she was interesting, but meh. Bombsight, I like Bombsight. I think he's sweet, but he just doesn't do that much for me. So I wish we got more Bombsight, which we probably will in fucking Vought Rising. So the Legend, ooh. Top of amazing. I like how he's a parody of like, the legends, so like writers and all that, like filmmakers. stuff like that. Of course, taking inspiration mainly from like Stan Lee and you know those type of people and all that. I love the legend so much. His commentary, his main scene with Homelander in season 5. I loved it. I loved it. I love. I love him so much. Okay, the cat lady. I don't know if I can. I'll put her below the deep. And you know what? I created her for Dog Nut, so there he goes. The only thing that, if you know the butt sniffing scene, then you know why I had to do this. But the only reason why the cat lady is above Dog Nut, who also fucked the dog. I know this show is so crazy, but I don't know. That's why he goes and I hate you. He belongs there. The only reason why she goes in Dookie with the Deep is because I'm pretty sure she has a cool, she has a cool fight scene with Kimiko. So, that's it. That's the only thing. Okay, the guy from the church. Alistair. Mid. just mid. TNT twins. Dookie, I don't know, they were kind of funny, but they just didn't do much for me. Like I said, rapid fire. The second Black Noir. Really wasted potential. Yeah, wasted potential. I'm sorry, it's just, you could have done so much with him. He was funny, he was sweet, but you could have done so much with him. And then having the Deep kill him, that was so disappointing. Oh my god, I forgot your name. Blue Hawk? I think it was Blue Hawk. Racist bitch, fuck you. Kate. Oh man, I really love Kate. Kate is probably one of my favorite characters from Gen V. Honestly, yeah, I put her like an absolute peak, I would say. I would not put her above any of the boys members though. So, but yeah, she's awesome. Okay, I am going to include Godokin. Okay, for Cypher, I'm gonna include Doug and Godokin, because you know Godokin controlled them, and there was Doug. You know, so I am gonna include the both of them. For that reason, I'll put him above Ashley. I loved him as a villain. I loved Doug as just a normal dude. It was devastating when he died. And Godokin was a really, really cool villain. So, you know what? No. I'll put him at the top of amazing. Yeah. Above the legend. That's good to me. Countess Crow. Bottom of a nice, just purely based off of vibes. I do like how MM saved her. That was nice, and yeah, I at least gave her a chance to leave. And I do like how she just has crows for friends. I like that. Crimson Countess, mid, just mid. The shapeshifter guy. You had one of the most uncomfortable scenes with Homelander that I have ever seen in my life, and for that I will never forgive you. Eagle the Archer. Mid. just mid. You know what? No, I'm gonna switch it to just mid, not kind of mid. So yeah, I think that's better. Emma, she used to be my favorite Gen V character, but that... Oh, wait. She used to be my favorite Gen V character, but she kind of fell off a little bit in season 2. So I will put her above Maeve. No, above Sister Sage too. Yeah, but yeah, Bro is not on the same tier with my GOAT Black Noir. Ezekiel, few memorable moments here and there, just didn't do that much though. So yeah, Golden Boy, Golden Boy was kind of cool. He did not have a lot of screen time though, so he can't be that high up. But I'll put him below Bomb Sight though. So yeah. Mallory. This is interesting because I actually really do like Mallory. But at the same time, she's kind of uninteresting. Like the first time I watched Mallory, I'll also like to put her. I'll probably put her below Emma. I think that's good. The first time I watched The Boys, I didn't really give a shit about Mallory like at all. And then on my rewatches, my most recent rewatch of The Boys before season 5, I actually really she resonated with me a lot. Not because not because I went through a situation like her, but it's I don't know. It felt more impactful for me on my latest rewatch. Okay, Hugh Sr., the father of Huey. Honestly, and people might hate me for this, but he might just no. He has to be above. Fuck. Okay. Let's do this. Above Buster Beaver, I do kind of like Golden Boy more though. I thought Golden Boy was really fleshed out, and Hugh Senior. All right. What was this guy's name? Jet Rocket or some shit? I don't know, man. You're going over there with the cat lady. Fucking TikTok boy, Brian. Get the fuck out of here. Oh boy, Jordan. I don't think I really have a lot to say about Jordan. They're cool. I love them. Just that's about it. At first, like it was similar to the Mallory, how I didn't give a shit about Jordan on my first watch of Gen V, but then when I watched it again, Jordan ended up becoming one of my favorite Gen V characters. So yeah, does not beat my GOAT Noir though. No. Oh my god, I forgot her name. Oh, Little Nina. Man, Loki, I'm not even like. I don't even care about the order when it comes to like mid down. So, just keep that in mind. I guess yeah, like Stormfront upward, the order does matter, but below, like Alistair below doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't care about Little Nina whatsoever. Her jokes and everything, her sexual comments, they're too much, man. Madeline. Oh man. I didn't ever give a shit that much about Madeline, but I will admit the actress does crush it. So I'll put at the bottom of good. Mesmer, I actually really like Mesmer. Just a dad trying to do some good, messes up by going to Homelander and then pays the price with Butcher. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Pretty sad when he died though. Monique. Also, I did not put the daughter, unfortunately. I did forget, and I don't feel like going back to add her. So Monique being like MM's own canary is pretty nice. That being said, In good conscience, I don't think I can put her above Maeve. So, you know what? No, 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 no. You know what? Yep, I can. And I'm gonna put her above Scissor Sage too. You know what? You know what? You know what? You know what? Yep, yep. Above Mallory too. Yep. I am not doing right by the woman in this tier list, huh? I'm gonna get flamed for that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know. Newman's gonna be hot. You know what? Let's do Newman now. Newman. Man, it really is just like that first watch type stuff. I will say Newman. Okay. You know what? I think I can put Newman up. Ooh. Okay. Above Kate. Above Kate. That's good. That's good. Cause I loved her. I was in season 3 when she was like blowing up like people's heads and all that. I loved that so much. I loved her as a villain in season 4. I loved her like kind of like changing her mind and trying to help the boys, and then Butcher killing her. Loved her dynamic with her daughter, her husband at one point, although they didn't have too much screen time, and Stan Edgar. Really good. I really dug Newman way more than yeah. Okay. Singer. Where would I put Singer? Because he's not really that big of a character. He doesn't do a lot. But I do find. Okay, I'm gonna move Madeline to mid. Then I feel like I have to put Countess Curled, but she's at the bottom. So I'll put Bob at the top of mid. He just. I don't know, man. He's kind of like cracks a couple jokes. He starts up the bureau of like anti-super soups or some shit at the end of season 5. That was cool. He appears every now and then, but just I don't know. I don't feel much for him. Supersonic. I like Supersonic. I put him above Mesmer, below Emma. I think that's good. Okay. Oh, Tech Knight. Yeah, this is the thing. I'm gonna put him above Singer. And I'll tell you this. He is a pervert. I know it. He's a psycho. But I love how he's like a commentary of like rich like superheroes, like soups and like fiction, like Batman. I think he had a little bit of Iron Man in him too, but he is mainly a Batman rip-off and stuff like that. I love that. I do wish we kind of got like his suit from the comics, because the suit from the comics is really cool, but we didn't get it. And Tech Knight is just a psycho, and can't really put him that high up there. So yeah, he goes there. So yeah. Oh, Termite. We're down to the last 2. Termite had one of the most iconic scenes from The Boys with the a chew. So for that, you'll make it to at least mid, but other than that, I cannot give you much higher. I can't quite do it. I think we can negotiate that you can go above Ezekiel. You know what? I'm gonna move Noir 2 to the. Yeah, that's good. Bottom of good. bottom, absolute bottom of good. Now Web Weaver, bottom of mid. Just, you know what? No, because he's funny. No, but that Webble is so disgusting. Oh my God, where would I put him? He's a Spider-Man ripoff, so that kind of puts him higher. Okay. Yeah, I'll put him up. I'll put him above Termite, cause Web Weavers is funny. Just a coked up Spider-Man clone, and it's funny. So yeah, this took way longer than expected, but this is my ranking of the boys' characters to this day. Of course, I missed some characters. Like, one that just came to me now was the guy that from Gen V. Rest in peace, the actor. I forgot him. I forgot his father. Yeah, I forgot quite a couple of characters. But from most of the characters that I gathered from my memory right now, these are all of them. But if you would really like to know where some of them would go, some of them that I didn't put that I can think of right now, Andre would probably go in Amazing. Probably with Jordan Lee. The dad, I forgot his name, would probably go in mid, and like the middle of good, or the bottom of good. Like count as Crow and all that. And oh my God, Sam isn't here. Yeah, Sam isn't here either. From Gen V. They're mostly Gen V characters. Sam, I think I put him I think I put Sam below Black Noir, the first one. I really like Sam. And those are like the main ones I can think of right now that I miss out on. But I think I got at least most of them. Most of like the main ones. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any disagreements, feel free to put them in the comments. Feel free to tell me what you thought of The Boys Season 5, or just The Boys as a whole. Just whatever you want to talk about in the comments. Maybe suggest some possible potential video ideas for the future. Your call. It is summer, so I am gonna... No promises, but I will try to make more videos. So look out for those. Or like shorts, like posts, stuff like that. The Spider Noir TV show is coming out, so look out for that. So yeah, I hope you have a good day, good evening, night, whatever. Isn't evening and night the same thing? Whatever. Just have a good day. Take care.